Hey guys, check it out, Tommy here at the Fast Lane Truck. Cool video for you today because we are out here in Boulder, Colorado at a place called Rackstarz, a one-stop outfitter for everything off-road and overland. And they are hooking us up with a major transformation on our Jeep Gladiator because one of the big issues with a pickup truck like this is you can't put tents on them very easily. Rooftop tents I'm talking about. Getting up off the ground, sleeping up high, it's hard to do. Well, they've got a solution for that. That's coming up next.
So we are a retail location. We offer anything from a bike rack, ski racks, tents, and outfitting vehicles. We kind of will have customers come in and we'll customize what they're looking to do outside with the vehicle that they're wanting to do it on. And we also make our own base system for the back of trucks called the Javelina. That's what we're going to be talking about today.
So Mark, this is what the Javelina looks like, partially assembled. Can you kind of tell me what the different parts are here?
Yeah, so what you have basically are the three different beams, your side bars, and then the center bar. What you have is essentially 6 uppers, 3 crossbars, and then 1 center bar. On the side, you'll see the MOLLE panels that we've created that will mount directly to it, so it kind of gives it a fixed distance.
So Mark, are all the bars the same on the different branded trucks, or are they all a little different?
We've seen that pretty much everything's the same. A lot of times you start running into issues sometimes with like the Nissan and some people who kind of want to do their own kind of channel mounting. But for the most part, everyone plays pretty nice. So what we're doing is we set those channels in. We're just going to get a couple little tight, like super tiny little threads in there so that everything's still nice and loose, can be moved around. Then once we get the actual MOLLE panel on there, you'll see that it'll start to kind of lock in. So you've probably seen a lot of these systems out there, and what it's meant is to carry a lot of weight. And for the overlanding industry, what we see is that you need to be able to carry something stable with many fastening points so that in those dynamic situations, that weight load can be at a higher weight as opposed to kind of what you see some of the lighter weight companies out there offering. What we're going to do is we're going to put the center bar down now. This again just kind of builds that stability on the system. Really simple again, you kind of got the 3 holes where it lines up, and then you still have some slotting to kind of help with if you wanted to move some things in and mount as well.
I mean, the really cool thing about this is it's so much more sturdy than some of the stuff out there.
Yeah.
Like you've got 3 bars not only going side to side of the vehicle, you've got this supporting the front to back, and then another member on top of it.
3 seems to be always the magic number, you know, they're like 3-point landing, 3-point everything, right?
The cool thing about this rack too is you're not cutting into the bed, you know, you're not necessarily deforming it in any way. It kind of just sits right on top there.
Yeah, so on the Tacoma systems, Tundras, and even on the Jeeps, what you'll see is there's an opportunity to put in a track on the inside, and that's what a lot of people kind of tie into. With our system, what we decided to do was use that and integrate that into the systems. Very focusing on, you know, getting things out of the way, a nice clean fit, and for no shifting on the load once you do get all that load up there.
So Mark is up there just making sure everything is straight and square. Now, one of the cool things about the system is it works even if you have a storage system like we have in the back of this Jeep. We've got a decked system back there, and it just basically sits and uses a small amount of the bed area to bolt onto the actual rails. I installed these bed rails on this Gladiator, basically the Mopar rails. Took a little bit of time because the bed lining gets into all the little holes, but once you get that sorted out, this seems to be a pretty easy install. Mark just finished the install on the Rackstarz Javelina, and dude, it came out awesome. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, it's first time going on the tracks of a Jeep, so mounts like all the other tracks, really simple, really quick. You know, the first time's always the trickiest, but once you've put them on a couple times, it goes super fast.
So does this fit on both mid-size and like a full-size truck? If someone had a Tundra, could they make it work?
Yeah, so we have a short and we have a long. This is the short that you'd see that fits mainly Tacomas and your Jeeps. For a long, that would fit for more of like a bigger truck, if you will, like a Ram or something with a longer bed. So we have a short bed and long bed. As far as the lengths, the heights will be the same. The biggest difference you'll notice is the Molly panels are longer on the longer, and obviously they're short on this short one.
Gotcha. The great thing about the system too is you still retain the use of your bed, so you're not, you know, mounting the tent right on the top of the bed. You have a nice kind of cubby here to put stuff in.
Yeah, like my dog. As
like
you can see,
dog,
the dog's kennel's in here. So the other thing that we really like about it too is a lot of the tie-off points that you'll notice. I mean, even when like today's a really windy day, so we have to tie down our tent to make sure it's not being blown away. And there's a lot of tie-off points that you go into instead of having to crawl up underneath and tie off to your vehicle. You now are able to have these tie-off points where in a really, really windy situation, you'll notice that you can tie directly to the rack itself.
Can you kind of explain what you're doing here?
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and throw a little red behind there. As far as like where the Rackstarz sit, we offer a little coloring, if you will, behind it. And so what we use automotive grade VHB tape. It's by 3M. It's very high bond tape. It's what kind of holds your fenders on. And so what we do is we just add this here for this acrylic behind, and it just kind of gives a nice little pop to the rack.
So here's what we're doing. We've got a Aero Packs for gasoline, one for water as well. And here's kind of how they mount on. Can you explain these, Mark?
Well, what's great about the system that we have with the Javelina is that you really don't need to use their mounting bracket. What we do is we actually just mount directly through our mounting hole. So we've set them up so that you can just come straight through and mount this. And then you've got the deluxe mount ready to go on there. And it's just gonna mount directly to it.
So are these holes like pre-drilled specifically for this mount?
Exactly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the way it'll work is you drop in, this will extend it out a little bit. You will come around here to get it where you want it set, tighten it down.
Nice, look at that.
There you go. If it's moving the truck, it's solid.
If it's moving the truck, it's solid. Perfect. If someone out there wants to purchase this Rackstarz system, how can they find your product and you guys?
I mean, we have all our contact information on rackstarz.com. Jump on there, give us a call. Gladly ship something out to you, but we are a brick and mortar. In this crazy time going on, we are actually a brick and mortar, and so you can always swing by our stores, again, located here in Colorado Springs or Boulder. And we'd love to get you set up. We also have a location in Manhattan Beach. I don't want to forget about those guys out there.
So Mark, how much would the setup for the rack be as you see it here?
So we sell the short and the long Javelina system right at $11.99. So you're looking at $1,200, and that is installed on the vehicle.
A big thank you to Mark and the guys over at Rackstarz for making this happen, dude. This was amazing.
Yep,
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Yep,
guys.
really appreciate it.
Have fun.
Yeah, and stay tuned because we're gonna go take this out across country, hopefully, and show what this bad boy can hold. Do you know what the weight limit is?
Oh man, we're like around 1,000 pounds on this guy. It's a lot.
More than the truck can carry.
Yeah, it's